Good morning, YouTube. It's Michelle. It's Saturday morning, and I wanted to do a video share of what I was able to complete last night for Finish It Friday. And although the challenge that Miss Audrey on YouTube, Sewgoodall, was completed, I wanted to keep up the momentum that I started last month by using Fridays as a night to complete projects that were half done. So first off, I wanted to thank Audrey and all of the YouTube subbies that were supportive during the month of September. I was so excited to hear my name called last night when Audrey announced the winners of her challenge. I had participated for all 4 weeks, so that helped. I got 4 entries in the contest. And it's so funny. I've participated in several challenges where names were drawn for prizes, and whatever random number they selected, they showed the list. And no joke, I was 1 number away from the number that was called. So it's pretty exciting to hear my name last night. So thank you, Audrey. Thank you again, all of the folks who even started subbing my YouTube channel because of watching Audrey and seeing my shares. So thanks a bunch for that. I wanted to show you I was able to rebind my coffee stain journal. I love this journal. It was my first after watching many YouTube videos on coffee dyeing, and I brought home a box of bond paper from the office. I know it had been around for at least couple of decades. No one even uses bond paper anymore to type letters, and I coffee stained it as well as some doilies and a couple of envelopes and made this journal. But in my zeal of creating 3 signatures with 3 holes for pamphlet stitch, when I was covering the altered box, somehow I only put in 2 holes. So originally I individually pamphlet stitched each signature and then ran the loose strings or the ends from the pamphlet stitching in through the 2 holes of the binder. And they were snugly in there, but they were kind of floating around the spine area. So I knew I had to redo it, and I just couldn't make myself undo the knots. I had used silk embroidery thread, and those knots were in there. Well, I attacked it and was able to and want to share what I was able to complete. The spine here, the original piece of lace was a crocheted piece that started here, and you can see it wraps all the way around to the front, making this edging here. And in this, even it's pretty covered, but this had the 2 holes. So to make sure that the spine structure was steady, I added this double flower row, which I've seen many people use. That's from Hobby Lobby. And then to double ensure that it would not come apart, I went on ahead and added an additional row of lace there. I added a Tim Holtz door hanger brad, and my original piece that was on the first share of the journal broke when I went to add it to this, so I found this vintage piece here. And so now not only is my coffee dyed journal vintage, but now it's blingalicious. Let's open it up so I can just show you how I fixed the spine. These hooks and the ring were already on the journal. This is one of my first fancy closures. Didn't know what I was doing, but it worked. So what I did was I cut a piece of chipboard the width of the spine, and I covered it with coffee dye paper so it would blend in with the rest of the journal. And I put 3 holes. stitched the 3 signatures into that piece, and then with E6000 adhered that entire piece into the spine. So it is structurally sound, nothing is going anywhere, and this journal now is complete. So pretty fired up about that. The other thing I showed you, the saga of my mailer envelopes. I had created 6 mailer envelopes. This one is the top portion of a journal that I completed for Finish It Friday last month. And I had already put the lace on, the knob was on, there were some inside pockets. Not sure if I was on steroids. There were 7 holes in the spine. I only used 5 to do this. This has 2 signatures, and I put them in with, this is some embroidery thread. And so I will cover up all of these wonderful holes with another piece of lace at some point and add a dangle. I think I'll add a dangle from this one, so I won't let that one go to waste. On the cover here, again, the knob was here. I've used, to complete this journal, the new Summer's In collection from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. Hi, Debian. Thank you so much. I created these little flowers with a small punch that I have. I stacked 3 little cutouts from the paper for each flower, and they've got some dimension there, so I've got a little collage. This is one of the cutouts from the collection, as well as the word banner is from the collection, saying Hello Autumn. Love it. On the inside, this pocket was already here. This, I guess, is what makes it a junk journal. This is some Bow Bunny packaging. I always tried to recycle when possible, and so I created a tuck spot out of the packaging. This beautiful tag I purchased last year at the Scrapbook Expo and just hadn't used it. Wasn't able to attend this year, but the tag goes perfect with the tuck spots, so that goes there. The first signature, this has 2 signatures. I actually made 3. I created out of some cardstock, some craft cardstock. I created 3 file folders, and because of just the slenderness of the spine, was only able to put in 2 of the 3. So the third one will go in another one of these journals. On the front of this file folder, I've used the pockets from the collection, and I've tucked in some of the ephemera from the collection. And on top, this is one of the word banners. It says Create. Laced, trimmed each of the folders. When you open it up, it starts off, these little index cards were part of the collection, and so I created a waterfall of the index cards, and they all are backed with coffee sprayed as well as glimmer misted index cards. And so here you go, you get the idea. So that's for under Create, so you can write some notes there, some ideas. It's a piece of coffee dyed paper with a piece of the collection, and you could either use this for pictures, journaling on there. Here on the other side of the coffee dyed paper, we have one of the cutouts from the collection, one of my little handmade flowers, and it is a tuck spot. Another piece of the collection, and this is run back to back, again for pictures or journaling. And then neat story here, went out to get trash bags yesterday from the garage at the work, and found this really cute roll of paper. It is an odd size. It looks like a paper towel roll from the olden days, but it was smaller, so I have to ask my maintenance guy what it was used for. But anyway, it is now adorning my journal. It's just some fun paper. It's a little waxy, but I tried yesterday, and you can write on it, so it's perfect for notes. This is the center of the signature. It's an envelope. that is adorned with some of the freebies from EVG this week. They all featured an autumn theme, and I created a tuck spot out of this piece, and then those are just a floral collage, and the envelope itself is also a tuck spot there. So that's the center of the signature. We've got more of that fun paper. The other side of the collection piece, you're getting a great view of Summer's End. Boy, I tell you, I really like this collection. When it came out, just fell in love with it. It's earth tones with some burnt orange and some teal, so right up my alley. On the other side of the coffee dyed paper here is a tag. In this tag, there's a fussy cut flower here, and there's a tuck spot there, and then the tag itself is a tuck spot. You open it up here, and then here's another tag. I love those teal tags. And then this right here is a tuck spot. There's an envelope that I made using my envelope punch, one of the journaling spots there, and right here, this is also a tuck spot. And yes, I can. Love that. Word banner. And the back of the first signature. The second signature is, this file folder says remember. It's mostly for writing. And so the double graph lines are a result of running the piece of cardstock through the printer the wrong way, so you got a double image. But I wasn't going to throw it away, so I went on ahead and used it as the cover of this. Again, this has been lace edged for decorative piece. On the inside of this file folder, I put a pocket, a piece of the collection. Most of the pages have been distressed with some vintage photo. This is one of the EVG freebies from about 6 weeks ago, or within the last month and a half, I think. Another piece of the collection. It's been double printed, so you have the solid on one side, and then you have the graph paper on the other side. I'm pretty sure that this collection is made for Fedori or a planner. It's very long and pretty narrow, but for me, it's perfect for these 6x9 mailer journals. So another side of that paper, and then there's that side. Here's the signature, the center of the signature, and I ran the graph. There's a plain graph page, and I just ran this cardstock through both sides to create some more journaling spots. Again, remember, this is the remember. So for notes, note-taking. Another place for picture journaling. More graph paper. Back. And then the back of the folder is plain. And there, and then on the back, this of the inside cover, or the outside cover, or the back cover, this is a piece of Prima packaging, and I cut it down, rounded the corners, created a pocket out of it, and added 2 pieces of the Summer's End cutouts there. So, still got a little work to do. I'm going to obviously cover up my holes on the spine, and then the idea is I'm going to run a piece of, I wanted to see what collection I used, so I'll probably look for an autumn colored ribbon and just wrap it around the knob. It's already ready for closure. So, hope you enjoyed the share. It was fun yesterday, completing 2 more of my projects half done. This is number 3 of 6. 1 found its way to New York, and I have 2 more to go. So hopefully, using Finish It Friday, I will be able to share the completion of those. I already have 1 signature because it didn't fit in here, so that's helpful. Anyway, hope you're having a scrappy, crafty weekend, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.